Hey, what's going on, everyone? Matthew from therighttrader.com back today with another daily crypto update. We can see today that Bitcoin is holding up, but a lot of altcoins are still in the red. And over the past 24 hours, we can see a lot of them down about 5 to 6%. So that's pretty much across the board there. Now, we're going to talk about all that in more detail during our technical analysis. Don't forget to follow me on Twitter for live cryptocurrency market updates. And one of the things that I wanted to talk about is that altcoins are continuing to move downwards, while Bitcoin is actually breaking a new record for market dominance in 2018 specifically. So that doesn't mean that Bitcoin is necessarily moving, much higher, but it is continuously gaining dominance, which is something to definitely pay attention to and is quite interesting. I'm going to talk about that in just more detail in just a second. But overall, we did see another drop today. And of course, the majority of that was for the altcoins. Now, for Bitcoin specifically, what we're seeing is that it's gaining momentum as far as market share is concerned, right? And that's, of course, over altcoins. So, in fact, it reached its highest level, which is 56.9% for the first time since December 16th, 2017, which is actually the day before Bitcoin soared to its all-time highs around $20,000. So that could mean a lot of things. It's hard to know as of right now really what that means truthfully. But overall, I think that this is yet another hint in the fact that Bitcoin will be able to hold up better in case of more shakiness. And if any crypto is set up right now to increase higher in the next few months, it's going to be Bitcoin, right? And that's due to the institutional interest, ETFs, et cetera, et cetera. But for now, I'd say we're still very 50-50 in the sense that anything can happen, right? We can see cryptos fall even lower again, or we could get a breakout, right? We are mostly in a symmetrical triangle formation. For Bitcoin specifically, though, the next drop would be down to $5,000, and I believe that would be related to a drop as well with a lot of altcoins falling, but we could definitely fall lower, so we are truly, in a situation where we need to wait for some kind of confirmation because not the safest time out here in the crypto marketplace. And keep in mind that I'm not here to give financial advice. I'm just here to share my personal opinion. So moving over to the chart for Bitcoin, we can see that we are actually stabilizing quite a bit. For the indicators, we are slowly but surely kicking higher. No real, bullish signals just yet, but definitely a step in the right direction. And as far as the price is concerned, we're starting to see some stabilization after bouncing off our uptrend line. We're currently, kind of in the middle of our symmetrical triangle formation. The end of that is at $6,177,000. So basically, what that tells me is very high chance that we end up seeing more or less, flat price action until we reach the end of this formation. And we have some good volume here, so we're still holding up nicely, right? There's no urgent signs that are telling us that we're going to fall over. However, if we do start to see weakness and we move below option line, we lose our $6,000 support level, that's when it becomes very likely that we move down to $5,000. So still got to be careful because it could go either way here, right? This is the nature of the symmetrical triangle formation. It's really a 50-50 type setup. So we need to wait for that move either towards the upside or downside to really give us that confirmation on where we're heading next. Now, if we hop over to the Coinbase charts just to get a better view picture, we can see that Bitcoin overall holding up pretty well. However, when we move over to the altcoins, we can see a significant drop off here recently. So we are seeing weakness in the altcoin market. We can see that by moving over to Ethereum next and just noticing how low it is, right? A lot of fear around Ethereum right now. I wouldn't necessarily say that people lost trust in Ethereum necessarily, but it doesn't have the same type of strength as before, right? Far from that. It actually has quite a bit of weakness by Ethereum's standard, right? Considering that it is the second biggest crypto out there. So Ethereum is, it's not its glory moment right now. That's for sure. So now it's going to be a matter of seeing, when is it going to start to actually find some strength again, and can we really start a significant recovery, back to, let's say, $1,000. For now, it's not looking like that's going to happen soon, right? So I'm going to first want to see some nice stabilization for Ethereum because for now we're making lower lows and we could drop all the way down to $136, I believe is our next support level. For now, no real signs of a bounce yet. Let's go ahead, take a look at Litecoin, see what's going on. So going over to the Coinbase chart, we can see that Litecoin getting some weakness here. We're dropping below $53. Our next end of our triangle is at $46, so that's where I believe we'll be heading next. And at that point, we'll see if we'll move below $46 for a move lower, or if we're going to manage to break out of the downtrend line to start moving higher from there. Once again, very 50-50. We need to wait for confirmation, but I do believe that we're going to be heading, towards that end of our next triangle formation at $46. Let's head over to our next crypto, which is going to be, let's see, Ripple, and see what's going on. So we're going to go over to the Binance chart here. Ripple currently trading between 25 cents and 30 cents. Not a huge amount of strength here, and I don't like the fact that we're testing 25 cents again. I think that we're not really seeing a huge bounce here. A lot of red selling volume, so that leads me to think that we could see a move below 25 cents here. That's something that I would personally pay attention to. Let's hop over to Nano, see what's going on. And going over to the Nano chart, we can see that we are getting some stabilization at 26,950 satoshis. However, there is a good support there, no doubt about that, right? We also have our lower Bollinger Band there, but we are basically in free fall mode right now. So I wouldn't be surprised to see us move, at least down to 21,000 satoshis next. Hopefully get a stronger bounce there, because not a real strong bounce on this current support level. So wouldn't be surprised to see it move lower here. Let's go over and take a look at NEO, see what's going on. Still holding up pretty well. I'm just going to put in our support and resistance levels here. We've got support at basically around 25,000 satoshis, and our resistance is mostly at around 30 to 31,000 satoshis. So, at this point, I think that NEO could start falling lower again, and probably going to really test that edge at 25,000 satoshis. Once again, would not necessarily be surprising if we move lower and then start moving down to $13 again, especially for the altcoin market, right? We're seeing particularly a large amount of weakness in the altcoin market, and something that could lead to a bigger drop for altcoins specifically, while Bitcoin will probably hold up better. Let's move over now to our next crypto, which is going to be Stellar Lumens. So let's see what's going on with Stellar. Right now, Stellar is trading right above our uptrend line, and actually got a nice bounce off 3,000 satoshis, which was pretty critical, because if we were to move lower, that would have been a loss of critical support, which is very bad. Now, I do believe Stellar got some kind of bullish news recently. I haven't been keeping super up to date with that. Definitely let me know in the comments below what was going on with Stellar. But overall, this is a good sign, right? We got some nice stabilization, followed by a move higher. Of course, the altcoin market is still pretty risky right now. But like I said, if any altcoin is going to do pretty well, I believe it's going to be Stellar, right? It has everything necessary, at least, as far as fundamentals are concerned, to pull this off. Let's take a look at Lisk next, see what's going on. And then I'm going to do EOS. Let's see what's going on with Lisk. So right now, Lisk is moving below $3.30. I think next we're going to head back down to $2.52. And it seems pretty clear to me. No real support until there. Let's take a look at EOS again, see what's going on. So moving over to the Binance chart here. EOS currently right above its uptrend line, facing heavy resistance from that 8,000 Satoshi level. Unless we get a break above that in the next 24 hours, I think we're going to see a flip downwards and start moving back down to 7,000 Satoshis. Let's go ahead and take a look at Cardano. Cardano got a pretty worrisome drop actually recently. So yeah, basically full on free fall mode. We're back below our downtrend line, moving quickly towards 1,000 Satoshis. Hopefully we're going to get some kind of really powerful bounce there, because if that doesn't happen, I think that we're going to be, basically sinking down to that 100 cent range over the next, few weeks. So that's pretty concerning for Cardano there, especially considering that it was one of the favorite altcoins in the past. Let's take a look at IOTA. IOTA currently trading at 54 cents, moved below its 56 cent support level. So at this point, I think that we're going to be heading down to 46 cents next. Hopefully we'll get some nice support there, since that's where our lower Bollinger Band is at. But if the altcoin market is going to get a bigger hit here, I wouldn't be surprised to see IOTA fall all the way down to 33 cents. It's been a long time coming, and we never actually tested that support level again. So it would make sense to go back down there. With that being said, this is the end of this video. Thanks for watching. I'll see you next time.